The Cayo Perico Heist is coming December 15th to GTA Online, and a lot of us are very excited about the new update, what it might include, especially the heist. And you have an opportunity below in the comment section to let me know your thoughts, your views and opinions, as well as your wish list for content you like to see, fixes and whatnot, courtesy of the Cayo Perico Heist below in the comment section. So here is my wish list of what I want from this DLC. First off, let's talk about the heist itself. I want it to be fun. I want to have different approaches and strategies, replayability, same as with the casino heist, obviously, but to the next level, expanded upon when it comes to the Perico heist, and I also want really good payouts. The great news is with this heist, you can go it alone. So you can play the Cayo Perico heist solo or with 4 players. So I love that as an option. 1 to 4 players for a heist. Count me in. Next is the island itself of Cayo Perico. I wish for it to be a potential new free mode location for us to roam around in. Have properties like homes, mansions, houses, garages, etc. And perhaps even use the creator mode for our own races, LTSs, captures, death matches, survivals. I feel like at the very least, Rockstar is going to use the island for Rockstar created adversary modes and other PvP modes as well. So I think that they'll at least use Cayo Perico for that along with the new heist. But there is concern out there that the heist itself is the only time we'll actually be able to access this new island. So you would initiate the island, heist, and that's when the island becomes available. Once you complete the Cayo Perico heist, then you get sent back to the mainland of southern San Andreas, and the island locks until you reinitiate the Cayo Perico heist. That is the running theory right now. However, a lot of us are still hoping and dreaming and wishing that the island itself, once you complete the heist the first time, unlocks and you can free roam it and possibly own some property and just ride around goofing off, even having a little bit of fun, a little free roam action on Cayo Perico. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. It will be disappointing if it's only available for the heist itself, the prep missions, the setups, and the finale. But it wouldn't surprise me if that ends up being the case. Next is content. All the content that's coming with the Cayo Perico heist, including vehicles. There's some that are actually confirmed if we look at screenshots from the trailer, including what I'm going to call a Mark I version of the Patriot, aka the Humvee. It's confirmed in the teaser, so hopefully we'll have a lot of options and customization when it comes to the vehicles, like the Patriot, this Mark I variant. And credit to Kane, he saw an old school World War II type Jeep, aka a Mesa, maybe like the Mesa Classic. We might be able to customize the Mesa Classic or whatever they end up calling it. There's also a weaponized version of the dinghy that has a 50 cal on the front, and that could imply that we can have customization when it comes to boats or with the dinghy. Maybe we can add different weapon variants like grenade launchers, missile launchers, or a 50 cal machine gun for your very own personal weaponized dinghy. Other militarized vehicles that we would like to see, because this does have a very military feel and vibe to it, is some new fighter jets, including F-14 Tomcat, F-22 Raptor, F-35, the Vito version. Riley, she would like to see the Sea Venom, any type of fighter jet like I've mentioned already, as well as a Sukhoi fighter jet, a Spitfire. That would be really cool for those of us that like the World War II warplanes. Perhaps an SR-71 as well. So there's definitely a lot of awesome fighter jets out there, fighter jet bombers or spy planes like the SR-71. That would be great additions to GTA Online, courtesy of the Cayo Perico heist. At the very least, for the pilots in the game, I hope Rockstar considers adding at least one or a few new fighter jets, as well as attack helicopters. A few I had in mind was the Super Cobra, the Viper, the Airwolf. I know some of you probably have no idea what Airwolf is. It was a TV show back in the day Also, Blue Thunder was another helicopter from a movie. In addition to fighter jets, some additional attack helicopters would be great as well. Weaponized Titan. This is something a lot of us have been wanting for a while now. A weaponized Titan gunship similar to the AC-130 would be awesome. I would like to see that added to the game. A hovercraft would be cool. Maybe some motorcycles. And you can't have a GTA update without some cars, some basic muscle cars, sports cars, supercars, off-road vehicles, etc. Along with some new clothing items, hairstyles. We need some new hairstyles because it's been a while since we've gotten new hairstyles. Maybe some masks and other items as well. One thing I do not want to see is no successor to the broomstick. I do not want a Mark III. I just think that the broomstick was a bad idea. And I know some of you out there love the broomstick. It's convenient to get around the map, but griefers also like to use it as well. There's a difference between the militarized vehicles I mentioned, like the fighter jets, attack helicopters, etc., and the broomstick. There's a huge difference. For one thing, the broomstick is not exactly balanced. There's not very many vehicles in the game that can properly counter it. And that's something I obviously want from the new militarized vehicles. If we end up getting fighter jets or attack helicopters, I want them to be really good, right? Worth the money you spend on them. But there also needs to be a balance. They don't need to be OP. And hopefully we won't see a Mark III or some sort of successor to the broomstick. At least I hope not. I want a rebalance of OP vehicles like the broomstick. That's probably part of my wish list as well, so that the military aircraft have a better chance against them. Buff the Valkyrie, the Mogul, Tula, a few other vehicles as well would be nice. I don't think that's going to happen. And I seriously doubt they're going to tweak or nerf the broomstick. This is just wishful thinking, obviously. Now let's move underwater to the Submarine HQ, which I think is going to serve as our new base of operations in order to do the Cayo Perico Heist, in order to host it. First and foremost, you'll probably have to buy one of these submarines. I do not want a orbital cannon-like weapon that can be used to grief players, aka some sort of Trident missile or Tomahawk missile or a tactical nuke. I think that's a little ridiculous. If there was a TAC nuke, I don't think that's possible. Because you'd have to be like, okay, so you're going to nuke San Andreas and have radiation everywhere? Is this Fallout now? A Tomahawk, I could see that, unfortunately. But at the same time, I just don't want a new orbital cannon-like weapon added to the game through the submarine, which I fear could be a possibility. Most likely, it'll be used for the Cayo Perico Heist with a planning room. So that's how I envision this, where you can just move the submarine around similar to the yachts. But at the same time, I hope there's a lot more to do with the submarine than simply griefing other players or only using it for the Cayo Perico Heist. Like some customization options would be great. Interiors, defenses, spawn locations for the sub. And it would probably be like similar to the way they do the yacht. It would be the same thing. But I also would like there to be some mini games aboard the submarine. Maybe a pool table where you could play some billiards against some friends, or a Texas Hold'em poker table, darts, etc. And I also, exterior-wise, would like different subtypes as well, like an exterior that looks like the Los Angeles class attack sub, or a Seawolf class, Virginia class, Astute class, an Oscar class, or perhaps even like a version that resembles a World War II U-boat. It would be cool if we actually had some customization options, interior and exterior, as well as other things that we could make use of when it comes to the Submarine HQ, besides simply for staging and planning and carrying out the Cayo Perico heists. I would also like to be able to customize a Seacraft, like we talked about a moment ago, weaponizing a dinghy, weaponizing a hovercraft. If we ever get a hovercraft, that'd be cool. Perhaps even a weaponized Sea Shark. I realize we already have the Blazer Aqua, but that thing's kind of a joke, unfortunately. And in conclusion, my final wish for this update is quality of life fixes, improvements, etc. to GTA Online. So there you go. Those are some of the things I would like to see in the Cayo Perico heist. Hopefully the heist itself will be awesome, a lot of fun, a lot of different strats, approaches you can take solo or with friends, good payouts, and a lot of other great content as well that gives something for everyone, like the pilots, for people that love the cars, for people that love the weapons, the clothing, hairstyles. I want this update to try to appeal to almost every community in GTA Online. Anyways, it's your turn to leave me your wish list below in the comment section of what you'd like to see in the Cayo Perico Heist coming December 15th to GTA Online.